Hello everyone, it's Loretta and I am going to show you yet another video of using a light box in your paper crafting. Today I'm going to transfer this little image that I printed off the internet onto just plain white copy paper onto shrink plastic. This is for my own use, so there are no copyright violations. I'm not going to sell it. I'm not trying to copy it for some kind of financial benefit. But this is a really good example of taking an image from an unusual source like a coloring book. Most coloring books, their images are actually copyright free. So with that being said, you if in doubt, check it out, contact whoever makes the coloring book or the image or whatever it is. And they are the ones that are going to be able to tell you if it's all right to use their art for personal or for financial use or financial gain use, however you say that. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to use this very thin Sharpie to outline the image, and it doesn't have to be perfect because I'm just going to turn this little guy over in a little bit. And coloring from the back side. I think it's interesting that I'm a grown-up, or at least that's what they tell me, and I still have trouble tracing images. I think some of it is just my vision. I'm also not able to really drive at night anymore because I have really poor night vision. And that's really kind of sad, but I do have some really dear friends. If I were to have the need to go out at night, I can just call and they'll come pick me up, like for church or something like that. It is snowing here in Alabama, up on the top of Sand Mountain, and it's really pretty. Okay, I'm going to just move this transparency to the side so you can see I've got it in copy, but I also want you to see I made a mistake. Not a big one, but if this happens to you, there's a really good chance you can fix it. This is just some hand sanitizer that I'm just going to put on top of that. And I'm going to let the hand sanitizer alcohol dissolve that ink. Let it dry for a minute. I can use that same baby wipe over and over again, so I'm just going to, and I can lie him right back down over the top and fix my own mistake. And once again, it doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to get done. So there we go. This time I am doing this without the benefit of any overhead lights on. I just have my desk studio lights on so that I can get this done. So I'm just going to put a piece of paper up underneath him just so he shows up for you guys a little bit better on camera. I just turned him upside down so the ink from the Sharpie is on the opposite side. And I'm going to take some Copic markers to color him. I do want to let you know that this part's going to be kind of squeaky. It's the nature of the pen nib on top of the shrink plastic. And instead of shrinking this down with my heat tool, I am going to take the time and go ahead and shrink this down with my little craft oven. It's actually made for polymer clay, and it only goes up to 300. And shrink plastic, I think, heats best or melts best at 325. That is not a problem. You just have to leave it in a little bit longer. Just have to watch it a little bit longer too, with that being said. Okay, here's his little hat. I'll go back and do his black dots on his little tummy in a little while, but let's color around them. There are no real big blending techniques when you're working with alcohol-based inks. If this was rough and ready shrink plastic, or stand-up shrink plastic, I probably would have not used a Copic marker. I probably would have used just regular watercolor pencils. Crayolas work great. I have a few Derwents left from 100 years ago when I used to do all my coloring with color pencils. Now we have some fabulous mediums that we didn't have back 10, 15 years ago. I have been paper crafting probably for the better part of 25 years when my youngest son, Craig, was little. Excuse me, my oldest son, Craig, was little. And by the time my oldest son came along, I was pretty much die-hard. So, I'm going to get his little dots filled in here. Once again, they do not need to be perfect. He just kind of needs to look like a ladybug. Or she, I'm not sure. I am not sure at this point if this is a boy or a girl. It can be either, I guess. Okay. I'm going to pick up some gray. Go with a neutral gray and N6. And it doesn't look like a whole lot right now on this shrink plastic, but you will have to take my word for it that it will dry much brighter. I should say it will shrink down much brighter than what you're seeing right now. These little swirly dudes that you see as a result of me coloring, they will show up in the final project. I think it's kind of cool only because it does give it some texture. And this is a time where you can go back and if you miss a little spot here or there, you can just fill it in. Just remember, every time you go over a spot, you're basically just moving the ink from one place to another at this point. You're not really adding to it. You're not deepening, I guess. That's what I'm looking for, the color. So, this little guy needs a set of purple wings. A reminder for you guys, just to let you know, that I am still sponsoring a giveaway. It will end on the 18th of January. You need to be a visible subscriber to my blog. There's a video explaining that. And you can post anywhere you'd like on the blog or the YouTube channel. I should have said visible subscriber on YouTube. And for your chance to win the stamp set. Now, I was not speaking about any individual persons. It's just when I tried to draw 6 times originally for this prize, and none of those 6 people had me as a visible subscriber. So I couldn't go to their channel and look and see that they were subscribed, in other words. So I hope that helps you out. If it doesn't, email me. And I will be more than happy to answer any questions that you might have. What colors do I want to do for his face? How about his a little bit darker brown? Even in real life, though, a ladybug's face would be black. But he's a cartoon character, and he's fun. This pattern is actually from a girl who does paper piecing, and I know she sells some of her art. If I can find a link to her website or blog or whatever, I will be putting that down below, so that you can check that out for yourself. So here's his nose. go there. And let's give him a little bit darker rosy cheeks because he is such a large image, he can take it. Not going to really see it here, but it will darken up, like I said, when he is cut out. So now what I'm going to do is grab some just plain scissors. These are Tonic Studios mini scissors. They have the, I think it's Tim Holtz or something brand on them. I'm not a big person as far as name dropping is concerned, only because I think that you should buy what you love. I don't think you need to be married, so to speak, to any particular brand of product. I'm not really cutting too close, but as you can see, I'm moving the material not much, the scissors, because by moving the material with my left hand helps me to keep this line not only straight, but it will also help ease any of these little edges from being too sharp once it is shrunk down, so that it will shrink much more evenly, and it will shrink much easier and more evenly just by putting it in an oven or in a little craft oven, toaster oven kind of thing. Remember, if you're going to use shrink plastic in a regular oven, then you really need to make sure that there's something underneath it, like some tin foil or something, just so that it will not cause any bad stuff or contamination issues with your food when you go to eat. So it's just a thought, not a sermon kind of deal. You know, it's like anything else. Use reasonable caution. Please don't be stupid. You guys will be surprised at some of the idiotic emails and messages that I get, and I end up having to delete them, hopefully before you guys ever see them. But it's like, honestly, and I just wonder sometimes if they're children that leave them or just adults who think that they need drama in their life, which I'm really done with right now too. Okay, so I'm just going to look at this, and this light box is actually making it easier for me to see, like this little bit right there that just needs to be trimmed down a little bit more. So, like I said, I'm going to shrink this, and we'll be back in a little bit. Alright everyone, here is the finished little guy that I drew onto the shrink plastic and then colored and cooked him down, or shrink him down. Here's the original size. I'm kind of zoomed in right now so you can see the small guy, but you can see how big he was, and you can see how much he shrank down. So there you have it. If you have any questions, let me know. Please rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video, and share it on your social media. Stay happy and be a blessing. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.